part 2, our second show.
Part 2.
Part 2, our second with life's lessons with Dave and JJ. And I believe we
lessons that we've learned. Or maybe lessons that we never paid any attention to.
Well, and lessons that we're never going to learn because what do we always say? You never stop learning. But we were talking the last show about the pits and pratfalls of today's generation with technology.
Well, today's generation, you give the person listening to the show full ability to critique and complain about the show when they really don't know anything about what brought on what you said.
Right.
But they think they're entitled to.
But that's the world today, David. Twitter, everybody can inject their opinion, whether they know something or not, whether they can fabricate it or not, whether they can simply lie or not. And it happens all the time.
I know, but that doesn't make it right.
People are so misinformed today. You know, when I watch media today, television, because that's our thing, can you watch news the same way the average person can?
Not since Walter Cronkite.
He lived in Wilmington, North Carolina. I used to work in Wilmington. He had a place down in Wilmington, North Carolina. That's another story. But can you really watch the news? Because we know what's going on, you know, the stories. And I can't watch it the same way anymore.
No. I remember him taking the latest news, apparently true. He took his glasses off.
Right.
President Kennedy.
That's what I was just thinking the day. And he actually choked up a little bit, if you remember. But see, that's how old we are. That's why there are life's lessons.
But that was when it was pure.
Yeah.
I've never heard any bad stories about Walter Cronkite.
And I think journalism's dead. That's my big thing. Journalism's dead.
A lot of people are afraid to tell the truth. A lot of people are afraid to, or don't have the right to express an opinion because you're just reporting the news.
Well, but I don't think people, this is now my own humble opinion, Dave, I will literally turn on when I'm driving or something. I've got XM radio. You getting bored?
No.
All right, good.
The air in here is thin.
I will literally drive and turn on one network, and in less than 30 seconds, they have one opinion. And I'll start laughing. So I'll switch to another network, and theirs will be an opposite opinion. And I will literally start laughing in my car. And I say to myself, what am I to believe? Who's telling me the truth? What do you say to that?
You figure it out. You win.
I'm trying.
You win. Because I don't know. I don't know who's telling me the truth or not.
And then people look at me and think I'm nuts because I don't take a side. I'm trying to sort it out for myself.
I got a son who's 52, lives with us.
52?
Lives with us. Brilliant kid. And knows all about social media and everything.
Well, I got to be honest. My first question is, why is he 52 and living with you?
Well, because it's comfortable for him. Comfortable for us.
Now, we're old school. I'm old school. 52 and still living at home?
Well, he moved back. He didn't stay the whole time.
Okay. We'll let it go at that.
Well, it's not it's just a decision you make. You love somebody and they having a little bit of a problem.
Right.
You can help them out, yeah.
Right.
Terry's mother lived with us for the last 25 years of her life. Yeah. Anyway, where was I?
Talking about media and opinions, and your son knows everything about technology.
Well, and I'll read something on whatever, Facebook, X, whatever you call it now. And I'll say, did you read that? Yeah, I did that. It's a lie. Don't even pay any attention to it. And then I'll start looking, and the lies that people come up with, just to get people to click.
But see, that's the thing, though.
Click the link below.
But people believe it. People.
Oh, they do believe it.
And I'm sitting back going, aren't we of our own free will? Can't we decide for ourselves? Man, I'm afraid to post anything anywhere other than vanilla stuff, for my job.
Who do you
because
trust?
I don't want somebody to come after me.
Who do you trust to tell you the truth
I
if
don't
you
know.
ask them? No, nobody.
No.
You or me. I trust you and you trust me.
Well, I don't know if I'd never trusted. No. And then I'll have some prominent people in town who I used to know or know of, and they're posting stuff, and I'm like, do you really know the truth? And I'm not saying it's not true. I just don't know.
I don't think prominent is a quality that you have to tell the truth.
No, anybody can do it today because it's all at the tip of their finger. It's all a click away. Television, that's my medium, one of. I watch the news. If I do, I don't really watch the news much anymore. But I will see kids. Now, I know we're old, so they're kids on TV. Some are right out of high school, and they're on some of the local stations here. And I will say to myself, it's not about experience anymore. It's not about learning how to write or to sequence or put a story or being a storyteller. It's, can we shoot it on our phone? Can we post a stand-up on our phone? Can we post it to different social media outlets? You have to be an IT person first rather than a real journalist or TV person. What say you to that?
I agree 100%. If you have figured out a way to do it,
we don't care if you don't
Yeah.
have any experience going live.
If you
we
can't
don't care if you can't edit.
you want to call a town in Nebraska Beatrice,
Right.
you go right ahead, but
Right.
that's not how you pronounce
That's exactly right.
it. Bremser, but
We're-
KFAB used to have a sheet of paper on
We're
the back,
Louisville.
on the back wall
Right.
with mispronounced words. You better not mispronounce
Right.
one of them
But
there.
we don't care if you really know what you're doing.
Yes.
We just want to know if you know the technology. So I will watch some of these people on TV doing, live wraparounds, where they introduce a story and all that stupid stuff. And I can just tell. And I'll be like, God. But they can post the stand-ups. They can post with their phones. They can get it right out. And I think that's a sad state of affairs for today's television news. What say you?
I remember going through the process of the typewriter to the
Right. The 5-ply paper, the scripts.
5-ply paper to the computer
Right.
and typing it on that and then printing it, and it was an education for me.
Yes.
And I enjoyed it
Yes.
because
I remember them running the scripts under the camera.
Oh,
the
yeah.
prompter. You had
taping
to
them
run
together,
with tape
taping them
together.
together.
Now, forget it. And
And they were-
I just think something's lost.
They were always yellow
Yes.
paper.
That's right. I remember ripping and reading, AP, first sports minute, second sports minute, first Virginia minute, first Montana. And you'd find a local story and you would go out and shoot it. And that was it. Now I always say to myself, you should be able to find video from every story from anywhere.
Good luck reading a story on the wire and expecting it to be true. No, UPI, AP, they still exist.
Yeah. AP.
If you trust them, if you rip copy now and read it on the air, you're taking a chance that either they didn't do any double checking or
Well, and remember those days you used to have to get it verified by 2 sources. Now it doesn't matter. Let's get it out.
first on, first up
If it bleeds, it.
leads.
That's right. Isn't that sad? So when I watch the local news or even network news, I'm like, but yet I'm not going to say much because if I do, I'll be lambasted.
You just sound like an old man complaining about the
Well,
soup.
Well, that's what
you know?
that's what I think.
Somebody said that to me. What's a thunderstorm like?
Yeah.
In your day, thunderstorm was it hits and then it goes away and the thunder continues and it gets softer and softer,
Right.
like an old man complaining about soup in a kitchen.
But remember, when you were a kid and it was lightning, you knew that thunder was coming.
Oh yeah,
And you just didn't know when.
we used to count the seconds.
Yes.
To find out how far away it was.
It's a different time. So what do we say to today's kids?
I love you. How are you?
Yeah.
What'd you do at school?
You know what I tell them? Because I work at Iowa Western. You're going to
Oh, yeah.
graduate.
We're working with kids.
Yes, I am. I say, you're going to graduate Saturday, probably. You might have a party. They might give you cake. You might even get some money from your relatives. What happens Monday, Dave? You go to work. Everybody goes to work. It's over. And I look at my students and I say, so what are you going to do? Are you going to get some BS job that you hate, but you make money? You might be making more money than me. Everybody makes more money than me. You might have a nice car. You might go on vacations. But are you really going to be happy? Because I think, Dave, most people that we know aren't really that happy.
I could not agree with you more. The thing I used to say to kids when I spoke at graduations,
And he's spoken.
find something you love to do.
Right.
And figure out a way to make money off that or another job so you can do the things
But how
you
many
love to
do it?
I don't know.
I can tell who the kids are when I walk into the hallways. They're just there to get a grade. To me, it's how bad you want it. At least that's how it was for me. But I was really never any good. You know, I looked young. I looked like I was 15. Blah blah blah. I just think kids today. I don't know.
I remember you called me one time. You were looking for a job. You were wondering if Channel 6 could use you for anything. And I said, JJ,
Yeah, they blew us all out at KPTM.
you would be a great addition to the sports team,
Right.
which is what we were.
You were a team.
Yeah.
That's what I loved about you guys. Y'all loved each other, and it came across on the camera.
It did, and it wasn't difficult
No.
because everybody contributed and everybody enjoyed.
Right. Rossi, Merlin, Mike McKnight, all of them.
We moved out of the newsroom into the sports room, which was off the hallway,
Yeah.
right next to the newsroom.
Having your own office was a big deal. I
And
remember.
we had a door that we could close.
Right.
And it had a little panel of glass, about 8 inches wide.
Yes.
And I taped paper over it so nobody could see in. And the first thing I got in there was my 42-inch TV for the computer.
Right.
I went out and bought a 42-inch TV and put it on my desk. And you couldn't see me behind it, so you didn't know if I was at my desk or not. And
Good way to fool people.
Yeah, I
So
might
you
have
do what you wanted.
I might have Turner Classic Movies on. Yeah, who could tell?
Right.
And we also could go live from the sports office.
Right.
So we didn't have to run back to the studio. If something happened, we'd jump on the flip the camera on,
Right.
and we could say, "Take me anytime." We got sports bulletin,
Right.
and that made it exciting.
Right.
And then everybody else would be sitting in there.
Uh-oh, here we go.
I can't. These are stories I should.
Story time.
I can't
Yes,
tell you.
come on, you can tell them.
No.
Come on. We'll just
I know.
edit them a little bit.
Okay, there was something happened at the station, and Merlin and I kind of made fun of it on the sportscast right after it happened.
Live.
And, yes, and I got in trouble for it. But
I know all about getting in trouble.
Yeah.
Trust me.
I wasn't in trouble enough to fire because my Q ratings were so high
Correct.
that I'm sure people at home laughed it off. I laughed it off, but
I got fired and hired the same week. You remember that story? I said the F word. So the Stanley Cup was in town.
I thought Fooey started with a PH.
No. That's fishing. That's a big word today. Fishing. P-H-I-S-H.
PH, yeah?
That's right. Stanley Cup's in town. So I get shots of it. I'm running out because I was a one-man band. We get back. I'm in an edit bay. And I had a live mic on. Big mistake. I wore it every day. I had a live mic. They accidentally turned my mic on while the weather guy's talking. The weather guy's going, and you hear me go, for like 5 seconds, that was it.
And that's not your fault.
Well, I go on the set. It's a Monday night. And of course, I'm in denial. I don't care. That mic was on, blah, blah. And the talent, you should hear the stuff they used to say in the breaks.
Oh.
20 times worse than I ever
They
did.
always got caught sooner or later.
Right, well, no. So the next day, I get called in. I get suspended. The next day, Wednesday, I get fired. And I get who was the SID at Nebraska back then? I can't think of her name all of a sudden.
Chris?
Yeah, Chris Anderson. She sent an email in because it was new back then. Email. She sent an email in to support the mayor. Who was our mayor? He looks like my father. Can't think of his name.
JJ Senior.
Politics, forget about it. Anyway, everybody sent stuff in. Thursday, I actually called.
Something supportive.
No, I actually called the head of Pappas. Somehow I got through, and I can remember standing in the bathroom in our house, upstairs, and I'm crying. My wife's in the other room. I got 3 kids.
Oh,
I don't
you
know what
worked
to
for
do.
Pappas.
So I called him, and it was right after the Janet Jackson Super Bowl thing. So of course it was a big deal.
The
and
accident.
I've actually begged. I groveled. I begged Friday, the news director comes down in our musky old newsroom and he announces it's the toughest thing, whatever he had to, whatever, and they hired me back. And so I'm known as the guy that said the F word when I've heard 20 times worse stuff in breaks from town. Can you relate?
I said the S word on the at KFAB.
You did?
On my all-night radio, all-night record show.
Really?
I had 3 turntables.
But it was all night.
Huh?
It was all night.
Nobody listened.
Right.
I had 3 turntables and I forgot to cue one of them up.
Right.
And so I said, and so it's 3:45 in the morning, and here we go. Click, click. I go, oh shit! I just froze.
And
Nobody heard. Nobody said to me the next day. That's what worrying about it does for you.
but see, that's what bothers me about that kind of stuff, because you and I have both heard stuff in the car, in the newsroom. I worked with a photog one in Scranton, Pennsylvania. We stopped in the middle of the road so he could pick mushrooms. Yes. So I've had some crazy stories. You, I'm sure, have some crazy stories as well. But I've always felt like just luck, infamous luck for me.
Oh, from saying bad stuff on the air live. Yeah, you can't take it back. You might as well own it. You can't take it back.
Yeah. Big 12 championship game, Arrowhead Stadium. Remember the Huskers lost to Oklahoma. Coldest game I ever shot.
Oh, God. My
Coldest.
Snow up to my ankles.
Right. Coldest game I ever shot. We were driving back that night. Shouldn't have, in hindsight. I'm in the back. Remember those old DVC Pro heavy metal editors? I'm sitting in the back trying to edit the stuff. And the car, up 29, 20 miles from Council Bluffs, goes off the road down into a ditch because our cameraman who was driving fell asleep. So we go down in the ditch. Everybody's like, and I go, is everybody all right? Cop comes, state cop. You guys okay? Yeah, we're fine. I took over, took the car, drove back up the hill. We drove back to Omaha to KPTN. So I get out of the car and I said, is everybody okay? Yeah, I said, so no harm, no foul. Days later, somebody mentioned what happened to us. I got suspended. See, you don't know any of this stuff.
Who was your
You
news
are Mr.
director then?
Wonderful.
Did your news director suspend you? Or station
I
manager?
don't want to mention any names, but yeah, so I got suspended then. See, you were Mount Olympus.
No,
You were-
no. I wasn't bulletproof.
Me, I was like, we're lucky if we got a point.
I found a hidden microphone one time in the newsroom
What? Where?
where it shouldn't have been. They were trying to figure something out, and
Are you sure?
yeah, I did. I found it, and I warned the people that sat within 20 feet of it.
What were they trying to find out?
I can't
You,
say.
me, or
No,
you
no,
can't
no.
say.
Yeah, bad stuff.
So you're telling me that, well, every TV station has its stories, right?
That's the simplest one I can tell you.
You told me on our show In Focus that you've never applied for a job.
I applied for the job at Channel
Right,
6,
yeah, but other than that,
and they sent me on
I know the
yellow
letter.
paper.
I saw the letter. I saw
Olympic
the real nice letter.
Olympia typewriter.
I wrote the same letter to ABC Sports. I still got it. I got a job at ABC Sports. That's another story. I got a lot of them. And I saved that letter. And I said, John Unitas was a winner. How about ABC or something like that? But yeah, you've been in one place, man. We
I know.
live totally different lives.
I know. This is if you count the years that they've hired me since I retired, this is my 50th year there.
Think about that, Dave.
I can't. That means I'm 75 or 80. That's crazy.
Yes.
Crazy.
It's not good getting old, is it?
There are things that are better.
Like what?
Anything.
Anything? How about sitting down when we're done this? We have to get up. How hard's that going to be?
Depends on the chair, my friend.
I know when I'm watching television at night, man, I try to get up from that sofa and I'm like, man, what's wrong with me? You know what else I noticed? The other day, a couple weeks ago, I shot a story and I had to climb steps. And I worked the College World Series, every game handheld. I know every seat in Charles Schwab Field. And I used to, every game, no problems. Every now and then I'd get a cramp, but no problems. I work out every day. The next day, from shooting that story, right here, my legs are sore. And I went, man, I'm getting old. The next day, a little less sore. Things that you realize as you get older, that physically you might be breaking down a little bit, but mentally, if you try to keep your mind sharp,
You're still the same.
yeah.
Have you fallen?
I've lost my balance.
Have
You ever lose your balance?
Yes, of course. But have you fallen and hurt yourself?
No.
Then you have something to look forward to.
No, thank you very much. I don't. Have you?
Oh, yeah.
Tell me about it.
Just
Doing
usually
stupid stuff.
doing stupid stuff. Standing outside at 4 o'clock in the morning with the dog, waiting for her to get finished with her business so she comes back
And
in.
you fell.
I-
Was it ice, snow, or you just
No,
fell?
There's about an inch difference in the patio cement. And I knew it was there, and I still tripped over it. And,
Did you get hurt?
yeah, it hurt like hell.
What'd you hurt? Were you just badly bruised?
Yes. Didn't break anything, I don't think.
You ever broken a bone
Oh, yeah. Leg, arm, sure.
while you were in the service or not?
No, when I was a kid.
Right.
Yeah.
They used to call me Ricketts. I knew the way to the X-ray room. Ricketts. Weak
What were you
bones.
doing working then? You got all the money in the world.
No. Football, I broke my wrist. Baseball, broke my collarbone. Cracked my collarbone. Stitches in my eye twice. Broke my ankle in soccer.
Was it worth it?
Broke my finger.
Was it worth
knocked out. Yes, because I loved it.
Then you're a moron.
So what does it make you when you're driving 8 miles an hour down the road and I got to stand out there and go,
Now you sound like somebody I know and have lived with
Don't
for
say it.
50, 80 years. You drive slow, Dave.
well, my wife tells me that too, and I'm like,
I know
I go
drive
5
slow.
miles over the speed limit. That's it.
Yeah.
And everybody's still blowing by me. I think Omaha has the worst
And
drivers.
blowing their horns at
Right.
you.
I've lived in New York and LA and everywhere in between. You've been in one place. You're a guy. Oh, no, you've lived around the world. That's right.
Oh,
You
yeah.
were in the service. And I think Omaha, I've been in Midtown Manhattan. I've been on the 415 in Cal. Omaha has the worst drivers.
I think you might be right.
And you could be one of them.
Now listen, if you see me, it's not me.
Who is it?
If you see me in a car, I have no idea, but
It's
it's
just
somebody
a shell
who
of a
looks
man.
like me.
That's right. It's just a shell of a man.
So don't say anything to him
won't.
if it looks like me.
That's right. But I'll beat my horn. Now, will you be in the fast lane or the slow lane?
Oh, always to the right.
Oh, always to the
Always
right.
to-
So you're
even if
not-
I'm turning left.
Which you can't do. You were talking about on Dodge. You can't turn left on Dodge.
No. Somebody
Have you ever
tells you,
cheated? I
no.
Oh.
That's the whole point. That's what laws are for.
yeah. This
Stop
one
sign.
right here.
Stop signs.
Yeah, right. How many people stop at a stop sign today?
Well, we have stop signs in our neighborhood that people don't stop at.
no, I always say we could put a camera at the end and everybody would get a ticket. Nobody cares about stop signs anymore.
I think they should put on the stop sign, stop if you care to, if you're not in a hurry, if you don't worry about an accident. All kinds of excuses.
You ever seen the movie Cars?
Oh, yeah.
What do they call the combine when he's chasing Lightning McQueen in the field? Frank. So when I get on the highway and people are right behind me, as if to say, move, sucker, I go, there's Frank. And I never move because they're not going to force me to make me move. It's a mental thing.
I always dream that something happens and I drive by and
No, that's another thing.
softly wave.
No, that's another thing. 90% of the time when I know they're going by, I'll go, Dave, I'll go like this. Yes, I don't.
You okay?
No, I don't look at them. I don't.
you
They go
don't?
by and yeah, I'm like, I'm not even going to give them the time to do. And then every now and then when I'm in a crazy mood, I'll be an actor. I'll go
I got my Seinfeld.
make a stupid face.
I got my Seinfeld. Are you okay? No. Ah, that's too bad.
But you agree?
I stopped on Dodge Street going home one night at 11 o'clock, freezing my butt off.
Can you drive at night now for us older folks?
No. Well, I can, but I don't trust me.
Yeah.
And it was a kid stopped on the side of Dodge Street, just snow falling, freezing. And I gave him a ride to a gas station, bought him a can of gas, took him back, put it in the car, and then he went home. And that happened twice. And I was in Shirley's Diner one day having lunch with Doug Fackler, the owner. And a guy walked up to me and said, Dave, I apologize for not ever having called you. but you saved my son's life that night. He was freezing to death in that car, and you took him to a gas station and got him. I said, I remember that. I should have called you right away and thanked you, but I didn't. I apologize. Thank you so much. And if not, 2 minutes later, another guy from another booth close by walks up and says, I just overheard what that guy said. I'm guilty too, Dave. You helped my so-and-so and so-and-so, and I never did call you and thank you. Thank you very much. Two guys within 2 minutes.
But do you think, and maybe we're just crabby because we're older, but do you think there are people still like that today that would do that?
Yes, there are. And you know what? We know most of them.
I don't think I know any of them.
You sure do.
Oh, yeah, but you're a gimme.
You look in the mirror.
Oh, yeah, I try to
Well,
help people.
how many friends do you need that have empathy?
Not
How many people have empathy anymore? Not many.
It's a different world today. I always tell people, guys like you and me, we're going to be punching out at just the right time because I'm a little scared of where things are headed. You know, and I don't want to necessarily stick my head in the sand, but I'm one of those quiet people who just, I'm not going to say what I really think because I really don't know, but I don't really know anyway because I don't know who's telling me the facts. So you think there are more people out there with empathy? We just don't know them, or it's just you and me?
There are more people with empathy, but there are more people with weapons. Too, so.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good thing.
You got to
or a
be
bad
careful.
thing. Well, anything's a weapon now. People use their mouths as a weapon. We're all over
They
social
always
media.
did.
And half the time, I just think it's, I don't know. I mean, I hate to look at the world. I'm a positive thinker, Norman Vincent Peale, the whole bit. So when I have to walk up the steps of my house, I'll say, that's a good thing. I'm getting in shape. Or if I have to do this or do, that's a good thing. I always try to look at the plus rather than the negative. But I'll tell you, sometimes it's hard.
Yeah, when the negative comes along and bites you in the ass,
Right.
it's very difficult.
Right. And you strike me as a positive guy,
Yeah.
but how do you beat down, for lack of a better word, people that are negative or people that are out to do bad things or that you don't agree with? What do? I just shut up and I let them
I
think.
kind of ignore them.
I just shut up. You know, because I say to myself, I'm better than that. I'm going to worry about the stuff that matters, and I'm not going to worry about the stuff that doesn't matter.
If you can't do anything about it, stop worrying about it.
You're the same.
And figure out how to tell the difference from something you can change to something you can't change. That's what drives people crazy, worrying about things they can't change.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not worried about our conversations. I think that you and I, we're kind of everywhere. We're like a river that can go off on many tributaries. And it's our second show. We're done already. I'm looking at the clock. It's right here. We're done.
It's over?
Yes, it is. Life Lessons with Dave and JJ. Our
Goodbye,
second show.
everybody.
Hopefully, we'll be around for our third show. If we're not dead.